Hey guys, and welcome to another channel and content update. And there's a couple things I'd like to go over here. Now, first off, in the background, you pretty much just get to watch me do some busy work in the sending supported space map. I set up some automation for nuclear stuff and go tear down an outpost and stuff like that. So, anyway, there's a few things I want to discuss here, and as always with these type of things, or with any video for that matter, your feedback is really important to me, and any feedback you have in regards to the stuff I talk about here would be great. So, first off, the channel and the content, what's going on, what's the plan, what's happening. So, currently we have the Sending Supported to Space series, which usually is 2 episodes a day. Like this weekend, I dropped it down to 1 because I was a little bit busy, and also I wanted to give people time to catch up because I noticed quite a few people had said they were behind. Hopefully that helped. And then we have the workshops, as always, on Mondays and Thursdays, and then the spotlights on Wednesdays, and then Tuesdays and Fridays are kind of just open to whatever. Usually it's like a forts or something. So that's kind of the deal in terms of what's happening. Now, one thing I want to address is because I feel I've gone over this with the comments before, so I'm not really going to get into that in regards to the fact that I do read every comment. Even if I don't respond to them, I do read them, and if it takes a little bit to respond, just for anyone who doesn't know or may have missed when I said this, essentially kind of what I do, and this is just my wacky schedule, I guess. There's really no good reason for this. I kind of do like rounds, quote unquote rounds of comment responding. So if you comment and I don't respond for like 3 days, it's because I haven't done my rounds yet, essentially. I go through and by that point there's usually about 150 comments or more built up, and I go through, I spend 2 hours or so responding and reading them all, and every couple days I'll do that. Now, a lot of them I do read like the day of, or even like right when they're posted, because I get notifications on my phone and stuff. Typically I don't have time at the moment to respond to them, so then a couple days later I'll go back, reread them, and respond. Anyway, that's that. I've already gone over that before. What I want to go over is just because I feel a little bit bad, especially in regards to like Discord and such. I just want to kind of put it out there and let you guys know that if I'm trying to think how to say this. If we like start a conversation, or you message me directly, and I don't respond, or we have started a conversation and then I just kind of like drop off the face of the earth and never respond, it's just because I'm really busy and I'm pretty easily distracted, to be honest with you. So what I want to let you guys know is that I want you to know that I'm not, most of the time, or almost all the time, I'm not like purposely ignoring you or like purposely not responding. I just, I get a lot of people messaging me on Discord at this point. There's like, I can't even keep track of my personal messages on Discord because, there's so many of them. And then the Discord server as well, I pay fairly close attention to that. But, when you guys message me, I know I've started a few conversations with people in regards to like looking at their factories, or, a couple of my higher level patrons. I know I've said that I would play games with you, and I fully 100% intend to and promise I do, but it's just like, I just get so consumed with stuff and busy that, I either forget to respond, and then it just gets and then I'm just even more forgetful, and I like forget, that there's even anything to respond to. I just want to let you guys know it's nothing against you. I just want to give you a heads up that, if you've messaged me on Discord and I haven't responded, most likely it's because I've just like gotten caught up in stuff and completely forgotten, or if we started a conversation and you like wanted me to look at a save or something and I never responded, it's because I haven't had time and then I forget. to be perfectly honest, I feel like for most of this update, transparency is really important. I can make up all kind of excuses, and those may sound like excuses, but I mean they're real. They're legitimate. Truly what's happening. And I feel like in terms of the other things I'm going to go over here, I want to be as transparent as possible because I believe that's really important. So I just wanted to discuss that with you guys as I hit my keyboard, and kind of just let you know what's happening in regards to that and why sometimes I don't respond. So also in regards to being busy and stuff, I've seen a lot of comments, not just lately, but kind of just over time. A lot of people being like, you know, Extreme, your videos could be a lot better if you edited them, and, you know, you should, you know, do time lapses in them and stuff. And that's great. I'd love to. If I knew how, well, I mean, I know how to a degree. My video editing skills are really poor. And also, I don't have time. And with that, I don't have time to learn. And again, this may seem like just some excuse I'm throwing out there, but seriously, like, I am... and don't get me wrong, when I say this, it may sound like really negative when I say this. I don't mean it to be. I truly, truly enjoy doing this. This is like the best... the best thing that could ever happen to me pretty much so far in my life is being able to do this channel and make the videos and interact with you guys and create this community and such. And yeah, so anyway, the point is that, like, I'm really busy and swamped with stuff all the time. So when I say I don't have time, I really mean I don't have time, as in if I took the time to edit, especially because my editing skills are very poor, it takes me a lot longer to do something that someone with higher skills would probably take a fourth of the time to do. If I were to edit, and again, my editing skills are poor, so if I want to learn how to edit even better, that would take more time. If I did do that, the content would suffer in regards to the amount of it. You know, it would go way down because I just don't have time. And in terms of the transparency, this is where I'm going to get into it. You know, I don't really discuss much my personal life and what I do, like, outside of the gameplay. And I'm not going to go super into it, but essentially here's what happens. So I work, not YouTube. Well, I do work YouTube, but what I'm going to say is I work my other job, my day job, if you were, 5 days a week. Okay, so my schedule looks something like this. I get up and I eat breakfast, and I'm a very slow person in the morning. It takes me a long time to get ready. It takes me a long time to wake up. So I have to allow more time in the morning than most people would before, you know, to get ready for work and stuff. So that kind of takes up more time than I'd like, but unfortunately, it's just kind of part of my lifestyle, part of me. So I get up, I get ready and stuff, you know, and then I go to work, and I come home, and when I come home, I have a snack, and then I record, whether it be workshops, whether it be mod spotlight, or stuff for this, for sending supporters to space, or streaming. You know, I stream on Wednesdays, and typically now one other day during the week that kind of changes. So when I get home, I do that. I do that until I eat dinner. And then I eat dinner, and there's kind of for a while now, there's been kind of running jokes around the Discord and especially Will's channel and stuff about how long my dinner breaks are. And that's all great fun. I'm not offended or anything. It's actually really funny because my dinner breaks are very long. And the reason for that, which many people may not know, is I pretty much make all my meals. So, you know, it's not just to pop something in the microwave and it's done in 5 minutes. You know, it takes me a good half hour to make my dinner. And then on top of that, I usually sit down and I watch some TV while I eat. You know, I watch an episode of a series or something. You know, that's another 40 minutes. And the reason for that is to kind of, I guess, unwind or relieve my brain of all the video game stuff I've done so far in the day, if that makes sense. It's really kind of just my personality and the fact that like, I would be burnt out by now. I would no longer be doing this if I spent every waking hour I have not at work doing this. And that's why I take that time while I eat, and I sit on the couch and I watch some TV, because if I were to, you know, go eat in front of the computer and do like prep work for recording or something, it's like I don't have a break in there, and I honestly would be completely burnt out by now. Now, don't misunderstand. It's not like I'm constantly on the verge of being burnt out. That's not the case at all. It's just that, you know, taking these breaks to kind of have a diversion for my brain and just kind of, you know, sit there and relax, it is really helps, and it's pretty much required for me to be able to do this and function. So there's that. So then after dinner, I record until like anywhere between like 9 and 11 o'clock, depending how long stuff takes. Like last night, I was recording until midnight, you know, prepping stuff and doing other things, and then doing some off-camera work for other stuff. And that's my day. And then I go to bed usually around 12:30, and then I get up in the morning and do the same thing over again. So like when I say I don't have time to edit or learn to edit, and you know, and it's not that I'm trying to say that you guys are wrong or anything. That's not the case at all. But, you know, to a lot of people, it's like, well, how do you not have time to edit? It takes 10 minutes to, you know, to cut some footage and put it in and stuff. It's like, well, maybe for you. For me, that takes like 45 minutes because I'm really bad at editing. And I don't have 45 minutes spare time unless I want to reduce my episodes. So there's that. That's what I wanted to address. I'm busy. And that's why sometimes I don't respond. That's why sometimes, well, that's why I just don't edit usually, because I just do not have the time or the ability, and don't have the time to get the ability at the moment. Now, in regards to that, kind of moving on to the next thing, I am looking to reduce my hours at my normal job, my day job, to try to allow a little more time for this. And, you know, financially, I'm pretty much able to do that okay, and still be pretty secure. I'm reducing my hours, not quitting, but just reducing my hours a bit, due to the extremely astounding support on Patreon. That's the reason that I'm even able to do this as much as I am and not work another job more. Is, you know, I get some YouTube ad revenue, which I will get into shortly after this, but you know, Patreon it just blows me away. And like I've said before, I am just beyond thankful for all the support you guys have given me on Patreon. And that's what's allowing me to, you know, A, not work a normal job even more than I am, and B, you know, potentially reduce my hours even from what they are now. And it truly does help a lot. And like I said, I can't even express how appreciative I am of that. It's truly amazing. So that's kind of what's happening there. Now, in regards to that, just really quickly, there's about 4 minutes left in this clip, so I'm going to try to squeeze it in here. In terms of YouTube and the ad revenue, and this is why Patreon is so important, you know, to me, and why it's so impactful, is because as you guys know, YouTube has had some issues with ads and revenue, and it hasn't hit me as hard as it's hit some other YouTubers, but I'm noticing ad revenue drop. But then on top of that, I've noticed like over the last month or two, quite a severe view drop. And I don't know if that's because my content's not good enough, or because the 0.15 hype is over. That might be part of it. I mean, everything on my channel completely exploded with the 0.15, you know, release, which is understandable, and I, of course, didn't expect that to last forever. And it's gone down even more the last couple weeks, and I'm hoping, and my guess is that maybe because of school stuff. You know, some people may already be out of school, but I know not everyone is, and they're doing exams, you know, for the last couple weeks. Depending where you're located and what school you go to. And even if you are out of school, I know people maybe go on vacation right after they're out of school or something. Now, in the past, you know, the last 2 years or so I've been doing this, things do seem to quite substantially pick up over summer break. So I'm hoping within the next week or two, things will pick up a bit more. If not, it's a little bit concerning. And like, you know, views aren't everything. You know, I don't do this for the views, but the views in a way help me be able to do this, if that makes sense. You know, like, I don't do this to get the most views ever, because, you know, of course I don't, and that's just not why I do this. But when views go down, exposure to my stuff goes down because they're being viewed less, and in turn that affects SEO a little bit, and then also it affects ad revenue. You know, in the last week or so, I have lost, you know, my ad revenue's gone down by about 10%, which, you know, was a certain amount, and then over the last week or so, that amount has dropped at least 10%, actually more than 10%, more like 15%. And it looks like I have 2 minutes left, so just the last thing in regards to the Patreon and stuff and why it's so important, even, I mean, there are some of my patrons are insanely generous and just, you know, some of the, because I have higher level tiers on there, and some of these guys at those higher levels are, it just blows me away. And I truly thank you, and I truly thank everybody. And what I'm getting to is that, you know, even if it's the lowest tier, $2 is my lowest tier. And this is not me asking for donations, this is me just explaining this compared to ad revenue. Even the lowest tier, which is $2 a month, the people who pledge even that is more than you would ever give me in ad revenue by watching my videos, even if you never used ad block, okay? I get, like, it varies, but I get like $1.20, $1.50 ad revenue for every 1,000 views I get. So if you're pledging $2 a month, you know, there's no way in hell that one person is possibly going to view my things, you know, 1,000 or 1,500 times in 1 month. You know, one person. There's no way that's going to happen, right? So even that amount is just like 2 or 3 times, probably more like 10 times the amount that a single person would give me from ad revenue. So, you know, that's why it's so important. And like I said, YouTube is having a lot of issues. You know, a ton of advertisers are pulling out from them for various reasons, and then, you know, the views dropping and stuff. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to complain. I'm not, you know, saying that, you know, that I'm going to go broke or anything. I just want to throw that out there. And like I said, be transparent and kind of let you guys know what's happening. And yeah, it looks like I have about 25 seconds left in this clip. I think that's going to do it for now, guys. And thank you so much for all the support. Just viewing, commenting. I love reading the comments. The interaction is amazing. The Patreon support is absolutely blows my mind. And you know, it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much for everything. And I'd love to hear your feedback. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this one. I'm going to actually, there's one more thing I want to talk about, so I'm just going to stick another clip on the end of this one. The other thing I want to quickly talk about, and I should have done this at the beginning, but the content, like I said, I'm currently releasing 2 Supporter to Space episodes a day. What I want to hear your thoughts, guys, on, should I keep it at that? Would you like it less? I can't do more. And yeah, so I don't know, because it seems, you know, maybe part of the view thing is that I'm releasing too much and people just are like getting too far behind and then just not watching at all. But then on the other hand, I've seen comments asking for even more, which again, I can't do, but it's just like the fact that there are people who want more and then there's people who want less. I mean, there's probably not going to be a clear thing, but maybe there will be. You know, like I said, you know, I'm totally willing and I am able to do 2 a day. You know, don't, you know, ask me to reduce it just so that I have more time, because I love doing this, you know. It's just, you know, in terms of what you guys want to see, you know, is 2 a day working for you? Would you like 1 a day, or do you want like 1 a day during the week and 2 a day during the weekend? The only disadvantage I see to going down to 1 a day is that it's just going to slow the series down even more. I mean, we're already almost on episode 50 and we have a very long way to go. So if we go down to 1 a day, it's going to, I mean, the series is going to go for like 3 years. It's, so yeah, I don't know. Please leave your thoughts in regards to that and anything else. I would really appreciate it. And again, guys, thank you so very much. This community and everything that's happened from the channel is more than I ever could have hoped for, truly. So thank you. And until next time, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.